Hi, this is János, it's Real World Audio with Machiko in her favorite box. And today I'm going to take you on an adventure about Grande, these baby loudspeakers that I just built for the new year. And I'd like to start it with myth busting. And this myth that I would like to bust today is that of a finished loudspeaker project. And because you often see that there is like a loudspeaker model and that's it, and that it looks as if it's something final and it's perfected and that's how it is, and then it cannot be improved or there's no reason for it to be improved or something like that. And that illusion is created by the market, that when you buy something, of course it's a model, there are thousands of units produced, sometimes hundreds, sometimes tens of thousands, and it's the same, and it's called model whatever. And however, what happens is that next year the same company is going to bring out a new model, the year again another model, and they're going to change it. And that tells you that there's no such thing as a finished loudspeaker. The change is always there. And when you, instead of walking into a store, you talk to a loudspeaker company owner, then they will tell you that the greatest pain that they have to deal with is dealing with the engineer, with the guy who develops the loudspeakers, because they just don't want to stop, and they just can't say that it is finished. They always say like, okay, I'm still working on this, okay, and then next week they talk to the engineer, oh, now I'm working on something else. Will it be finished? Yeah, it will be, I just need to fine-tune this. And next week, okay, I have fine-tuned this, but now I found I need to work on something, a different aspect, and this never ever stops. And so when does it stop, or when does it seems to stop? At the moment when the owner decides that, okay, now this is the deadline, the production line is asking me to give them the blueprints because they need to manufacture that 10,000 units, and they have to be on market by this date. That's it. So then it tells the engineer, okay, whatever you have now, that's it. Finalize it by end of work day on Friday. On Monday we are giving it to have it done. So that's what's happening for the consumers. But whenever that new model hits the market, and you got to purchase your own model, by the time the engineer who has developed those loudspeakers, he has made sufficient changes on his prototype that it can be almost called as a new loudspeaker, or even though it looks the same as the one you brought, but those tiny modifications that he did on it are big enough to make a quite noticeable change in the sound. And so that's it. So there's for loudspeakers, there's a continuous development, there's a continuous change, and there are some companies who really own up to it, and when they do that, that's great, and then you can know that they are doing something good. So for example, they have the same model and they refine it more and more, and next year they just have like an upgraded, like a Mark II or Model 2 or S version, whatnot, I don't know. But they keep on refining it. And if the company just by next year does not keep on refining that loudspeaker model, but instead they release something completely different out of the blue, then that's the sign that tells you that you should avoid that company, because developing loudspeakers, it doesn't happen like a genius walks in the morning light in his bathrobes and he gets hit by a stray sunlight and suddenly enlightens and creates the best design of the universe. But all of them are created by, of course, some thought, an intent to create something. There's an idea what I want to create. But when you create it, how I call the process is that no plan survives contact with reality. So whatever you had in your mind as an engineer, as a designer, and that includes myself, that idea does not translate 100% into reality, what you get. And what you need to do about that, if you are a novice, then you will just totally abandon your idea and look for another idea. And that will be a similar misfire, but once in a blue moon you will get lucky and you will have a misfire that you don't really mind that much, and you say, oh, now I found my speakers. But the right way to go about this process is to have your idea, to have your plan, create it, observe how it differs from what you thought about it, what are those aspects that you want to improve, and then you go on and do an iteration, and then you do those changes, and then you listen to it, you get your feedback through listening, and then you can improve and work on it again. And that's the life cycle of every loudspeaker. And if you can do that, then that's the only way to just have a loudspeaker and step it up and up. And that's why if you can do it for yourself at your home, that's your best guarantee to improve what you are hearing. Because if you just keep on changing loudspeakers, then this refinement process will not be there, because you are completely changing major aspects, and there's no refinement, no tuning, and everything lies in the details, lies in the fine-tuning of aspects. So that's what La Grande is about. My little loudspeaker project is having an idea, executing it, and then fine-tuning it, refining it. And that's what I am inviting all of you to join me in the process, to build your own La Grande. And either you might be happy with it as it is, or if you want to join me with tuning it, refining it, you are most welcome to do so. And the best thing is that you will be capable of doing it, because I will explain what's happening, what you need to do, and you will have your own intellectual input to that, your own ideas, your own thoughts. Some of them, maybe most of them, might be even better than what I can recommend to you, or something that will work better for you. And that's the most important bit, that you have the freedom to do whatever you want. And when you have a loudspeaker that you buy in a store, you don't have that. And if you don't like it, you have to sell it and buy something new. And it will be like Russian roulette. You don't know what you are getting, will work or not. But when you have something and you like 80% of it, then you can tweak on that 20 missing percent. So I think that's what I wanted to say in this video. And everyone, have a wonderful day. Please like my videos if you like them. If you don't like them, don't like them. That's it. And subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more of these videos. And I have this buy me a coffee thing. If you want to buy matcha coffee, then you are welcome to do that. You see, they're doing really hard work on contributing to this channel. I flip around the camera to show you Kintaro. There he is. So Kintaro was with us as well, but he's on the other side. So thank you, Kintaro. Thank you, Machiko. Bye bye.